Scott and I are going to do a drill empty hand first, and then again, everything you apply empty hand can be applied application-wise with the longer range weapon, from a knife to a stick or machete or whatever, staff. So as he comes in, kind of with that angle one attack, I don't want to meet it right now. I want to kind of follow the force. So if he's coming at me on his right hand, I'm going to move to the right. The second drill here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pass it with my elbow, but if I pass with my elbow and that's all I do, he can come in and attack me. So I need to be ready for this secondary once I pass with the elbow, and that's where this hand kind of comes in with that forearm wrist block, and that allows me to trap it. So if he comes in, movement one, it's blocked, and I want to move with it so I have less force on me. Then as I pass it over, I'm going to lose that grip, so I have it here. And then from here, as I grab it and pull it, I have an attack here, a counter attack. He attacks me from that side. I get out of the way. I pass. I may just grab it, or I may block it and grab it. Depends on how fast he's coming back at me. If he's really close, I can pull him in, or I can attack him on the counter. So again, he comes at me, movement one, movement two, movement three. He attacks, movement one, movement two, movement three, or movement three. Okay, that's just a quick version of it with empty hand. Now he's going to have a blade, and the blade can be practiced either in that skyward grip, right, which is your standard grip or saber grip, or it'll be the reverse, which we'll do in a minute, right? So let's do the regular one, see if it works. Block, I want to make sure that he can't hit me either, so I don't want to be so close where he can still get me here. So I'm here, I move to the right, I pass it the same time I'm here, or I just pass it with the elbow as I'm ready to grab it. Or I may block and then grab, depends on his resistance. And then I have it here. There's a lot of other follow-ups. He switches, movement one, movement two, movement three, or movement three, okay? You've got a lot of different options from here and here and here. Okay, now we're gonna reverse grip it. He has the blade forward. Movement one, even if I go here or he goes down, this happens to be the dull part of the blade, so I'm still good. Again, don't be close because he can still get you. Even if I blocked it, there's gonna be some play. He's not just gonna hit me and my hand stops. He's gonna hit me and then it's still gonna come at me. So I need to make sure as he's coming at me, I'm kind of going with the force so he still doesn't get me. As this elbow comes around, I blocked it, I grabbed it. You can see here he has something, but that, again, that's the dull side of the blade, maybe a tiny poke might be in play. Switch sides, blade forward, movement one or movement one, movement two or movement two, and then the follow-up. Now he's going to do the blade opposite direction. So he has the blade pointed in. If I go too high, I'm hitting the blade. Now if I hit it here, it's not going to be as bad as hitting it in the artery areas or the vein areas, so this is not a bad choice. This can be a little lower. I'm still going to get potentially cut, but that's the nature of the beast. And he switches it. Movement one, if I go too high up too fast, I do have a cut, so just be aware of that. Figure out your risk versus the benefits. Then he has a stick. So typically they'll leave a little bit of the pommel position there, so I'm going to take advantage of that by shooting up. That way if he extends his wrist, he has minimum. If I block the way down here, he can still potentially hit me there. So I want to get higher up. As I pass it, I protect and block and grab. Other side, I'm going to go with the force, slide it up, elbow pass, opposite forearm to the grab. I can pull you in, I can do whatever. So lots of follow-up from there, but let's practice that drill.